It has been almost 4 years since the beginning of the Great War. French and British troops are spread thinly across the French countryside and morale is at an all-time low. By March 1918, additional German divisions have been relocated due to the Russian surrender on the Eastern Front. The Germans concentrated all their efforts to the Western Front, hoping to defeat the Allies before U.S. forces could be fully deployed. U.S. involvement in the war has been neutral up until this point. They have now begun committing troops to the front lines. The American commander at the time was General John Pershing. His official title was General of the Armies of the United States and Commander of the American Expeditionary Forces.
When the U.S. entered the war, Allied forces were dwindling and in need of reinforcements. Major General Omar Bundy, leader of the 2nd Infantry Division, had been sent to relieve French troops along the front lines of Château-Thierry, which was only 59 miles from Paris along the Marne River. The French were defending the Paris-Metz road, a direct link to the city of Paris. A third German offensive in May 1918 led the German 461st Regiment of the 237th Division to the north bank of the Marne River at Château-Thierry. It was defended by America's 3rd Division, and by June 1st, Château-Thierry fell, leading the Germans to occupy the 1 square mile hunting reserve of Belleau Wood.
As U.S. forces were beginning to dig in, they were met by retreating French troops. Marine Captain Lloyd Williams, when advised by French officers to withdraw, says the now famous words, "Retreat, hell, we just got here."
The 5th and 6th Marine Regiments of the 4th Marine Brigade deployed forces along the line that was centered around Lucy-le-Bocage. By June 2nd, the U.S. forces held a 12-mile front north of the Paris-Metz highway. The line ran from the highway through grain fields and scattered woods, from the Triangle Farm west to Lucy and to the north to Hill 142. The German line ran opposite from Vaux to Bourrechet to Belleau.
By June 5th, the Germans had fortified the woods entirely. French intelligence had advised American forces that the Germans had taken only a corner of the woods. The Americans were ordered by the French 21st Corps commander to retake the woods. No reconnaissance is made to confirm the position of the Germans. June 6, 1918, it is to be considered one of the most catastrophic days in Marine Corps history. 2 assaults take place to try and retake the woods. At 5 a.m., the 1st Battalion 5th Marine Regiment attacked west of Belleau Wood at Hill 142. The attack was successful. The Marines gained a strategic strongpoint on Hill 142 overlooking the woods.
Hours later, 5th and 6th Marines assault the woods from the south and the west in an attempt to take the town of Bourrechet. The town was taken, but at a heavy price. Gunnery Sergeant Dan Daly, when leading his men across an open field into the woods, asked them, "Come on, you sons of bitches, don't you want to live forever?"
The poorly coordinated attack left the 5th and 6th Marines with heavy casualties. 1,087 men were killed or wounded on that day. The The next few days are quiet, as both American and German forces reinforce and resupply their lines.
On June 10th, new attacks begin at 4:30 a.m. with the first use of heavy artillery in the battle. American units are ordered to withdraw from the woods prior to the incoming barrage. The bombardment succeeds and the Marines capture 2/3 of the woods. By June 13th, a German counterattack begins supported by artillery. 3 German divisions almost recapture the town of Bourrachet. The Germans use heavy gas and constant shelling for the next 3 days, and as a result, many U.S. troops perish.
The German counterattacks fail, leaving the Marines battered down and in need of relief. Between June 21st and 23rd, it was constant back and forth between the Germans and the Americans, both sides continuing to sustain heavy losses with little ground to show for it.
On June 24th, French command commits sufficient artillery to reduce the woods. Then, on June 25th, a major 14-hour bombardment in conjunction with Marine and Army machine gunners commences to clear any remaining German forces from the woods. By June 26th, they had expended the Germans and were in complete control of Belleau Woods, marking the end of one of the bloodiest battles of World War I.
In total, the U.S. suffered 9,777 casualties, to include 1,811 killed in action. There is no clear information as to how many Germans were killed or wounded. However, over 1,600 Germans were taken prisoner.
After the battle, the French renamed the woods Bois de la Brigade du Marine, Wood of the Marine Brigade, in honor of the Marines' bravery and heroism. General Pershing even said, "The deadliest weapon in the world is a United States Marine and his rifle." Legend has it that during the battle, the Germans used the term Teufelhunde, devil dogs, or Höllenhunde, hellhound, to describe the ferociousness and carnage that the Marines had wrought upon the Germans. The term devil dog is still used today in the United States Marine Corps. The legacy of the battle continued. The French awarded the Croix de Guerre to each member who fought at Belleau Wood and is still worn today for Marines actively serving under the 5th and 6th Marine Regiments. On November 18, 1955, a black marble monolith was erected with a bronze relief of a fighting Marine near the site of the battle. It honors the 4th Marine Brigade for their bravery in June 1918 and is the only memorial in Europe dedicated to the United States Marines.
We must never forget the hardships and sacrifices endured by those who gave up their lives during this battle. They have fought for their country. They have fought for each other. They have fought for our freedom.